One of the things that true religious leaders give people is hope.
Right.
And that is a critical issue and term and word for us right now.
Could you explain
Hope.
that?
Hope tells you how to live in a better way. But hope can also be a visible thing through a center, for example. A center that's there that gives people hope, where you can come in no matter who you are, no matter what faith tradition you come from. Even if you're an agnostic, you're an atheist, you might come into a building and see people from various traditions praying. And you see hope in that the world hasn't lost all its hope.
So you consider that the Assisi Center's main message would be one of hope? That we can have unity and diversity? That's the core of the hope?
Well, I think that at its core, it's going to have hope. And I think that that's what Francis gave the world. I mean, he came at a critical time in history, and he went to touch the hearts of many simple people, and he gave them hope. This center, which is based in Assisi, can continue his message. And it's not only his message, it's a universal message.
So do all religious leaders give hope, or it's a particularity of some?
I think true religious leaders give hope.
True religious. And which then raises for me the question, so, here we are in a city that's primarily Catholic, and we have this notion of hope. Is there any particular Orthodox angle on this emerging institution that would be relevant?
Our participation. We might help decorate with iconography.
No, that's impractical, but in terms of the conceptual, theological weight that we bring to it, is there anything that an Orthodox presence would have to bring here, or just the very fact of the ecumenicity, if there's such a word?
I think the presence itself is a loud statement.
Right.
I think, actions speak louder than words, and the presence would be a statement that we're here, we're present, we share. We're not outside, we're not in isolation, and we're part of this.
And how does all this feed into peace? Locally, globally, Israel-wise? How, if we have the center here in Assisi, in what way would its eventual fruits translate to peace in any way?
Well, first of all, it's a witness in a world of problems that people can still get along. That people who
You need the witness today, do you think?
Absolutely. People, a Muslim and a Jew and a Christian can all live side by side.
Not to mention a Hindu and a Buddhist.
Well, I was going to go in there across the street.
Right.
And their children can all come out and play together. We need to worry less about land, who owns it, and all these types of things. The earth is the Lord's and thereof.
So then how do you carry that back to a place where the Holy Land is disputed? So the lesson just remains decontextualized. How can you transfer that lesson back home, so to speak?
Well, we have to learn how to live together and at least try to address matters in a civil way if we can.
I heard, you will know more about this, that as part of resolving the conflicts that you alluded to earlier at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, there was some experiment in taking the people there elsewhere so they could form their relations on neutral ground, which then reconditioned their attitudes in the Holy Sepulchre. Have you heard anything like that?
No, I haven't, but that would be a wonderful thing.
So that's really what you're suggesting for here. In other words, practice building relations here,
Correct.
And then you can get the benefits back there.
Correct.
Any final word you want to say about the Assisi Center or Interfaith? Or
I just want to make an appeal for people to take off the blinders and for people to see others as human beings and to see the good things, the positive things, and that we can learn from one another. You don't have to be afraid of the other, and you don't have to threaten the other. That's what this center can also teach and give to a world that's sad, a world that's destroying itself, but we can give those seeds of
so
hope.
if fear is the big enemy, its counterpart is?
Hope.
Hope, okay. Because typically one says the counterpart is love. I love this, what you're saying now. The counterpart of fear really is hope.
Hope.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, brother.